Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are going to look at a brand new launch by Huda Beauty. You might not even have known that this crept up on us all. This is the Huda Glow Obsessions Mini Face Palette. This little guy is $29 and comes in 3 different shades. I went ahead and just picked up medium, but there's also light and rich. And the difference in those shade choices is going to become important as we work through this video. So if you remember, do you remember a while back the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter? If you do, this is the revamped version of that. This is essentially a highlight palette. It is advertised as a face palette. It's not really a blush and highlight. We're gonna try it that way. But really it is just a highlight palette, and it is the redone 3D highlighter. Why is it redone? Well, what Huda Beauty has been doing, as we saw with her 2.0 lip pencil and a few of her other products, is she is taking the older and making it new again. And so at first I saw this, I will admit, I saw this and I thought, oh no, another face palette. We've had so many, it seems like I'm reviewing face palettes, especially as we get into spring and summer. That's kind of common, but I feel like I've been reviewing a lot of face palettes lately. And then I realized it's not really a face palette as such, it's more of a highlight palette. So let's look at it. We are going to then do a demo and try it on the entire face, because why not? But just to let you know, especially if you have texture in your skin, it's mostly all highlights. Okay, so let's take a look. For $29, not bad. Super, super cute front. There we have the little outline of Huda. Okay, let's look at it in the pan again. This is the medium. I was really dying to try the rich and even the light, but especially the rich. But speaking of the word rich, I am not. So I'm still financing myself here with my writing job. So I just went with medium. I figured that would work, and it's very, very pretty. All right, let's go to an arm swatch, and you'll see all 4 of the shades from the medium palette laid out. The rich is just that much richer, and the light is just that much lighter, but they are worth checking out. I like to take a face palette and do an entire look from the eyes all the way down. This is not your best bet if you have any sort of textured skin, but it's not that abnormal to have a very highlighty, glowy all face palette. It's not completely off. So what I want to do is I want to go into a little demo using this guy and let you know that I will do a little spoiler alert. I do think it's worth it for a cute little fun highlight look, but do go as dark as you can in the shade range, and you'll get more use out of it. I do have to tell you that to begin with. So let's go ahead and get into the demo and talk about this sweet little highlight palette. Well, you've kind of gotten a sneak peek from the first part of how this look turned out. I'm not so sure right now myself because I haven't tried it. We're back in time a little bit. This is a little bit glowy for a whole face, but darn it, I said I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So let's actually start with the face. I'm gonna go with one of the pinker shades here. This is a little bit much. What I would probably do, okay, it's not bad, but I am going to glow, but that's okay, it's for summer. What I would probably do, if left to my own devices and my own advices, is I would probably swirl all this and just use it as a highlighter. Because how pretty would this be as a highlighter? And if you have texture, don't do this on your cheeks, you will regret it. But let's just do it now and just kind of see. I'm just kind of putting some up here, maybe a little too high, sorry. I get carried away when I start chatting. And let's see what happens if we do. I mean, it's just so glowy, but it's not bad. It's a highlighty face, but you know, when you think about it, and I want to look at this actually with, like, say, the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm. Do you remember those from a while back? Those were all glow face palettes as well. So it's not that unusual, really. Let's go ahead and put this of the darkest shade. I gotta tell you, I kind of wish that I now had gotten the darker, because I like to use these all over the face. So this is just gonna be really glowy. I think it'll actually be pretty, but it's just gonna kind of be really glowy. I'm putting this kind of pinker shade on. Basically, I'm just doing a highlighted face right now, which is a little odd, but I mean, you know, let's try to make it work. Why not, you know? But yeah, I think I would probably use this one to just kind of swirl around. I just thought for fun we'd do a whole face because we're here. And I just basically have a lot of highlight on my face, but there's not really much wrong with that. I mean, I'm gonna just go around here and just kind of let's highlight. Let's see if it just looks like I'm heading out to a disco. Let me get on some mascara and some eyeliner, and let's see if it just looks like a disco ball or if this is actually something I could pull off, say, or you could pull off on a trip, or if I should have just gone a little darker if I want to use it that way. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm gonna go down with the ship on this one. I know I'm basically just wearing a face full of highlight, but I kind of like it. I really, really do. I think it kind of works for almost that no makeup, really fresh spring or summer look, like a afternoon beach party. I'm daydreaming here. I will admit that for the most part, I would use this as a highlight, and I would swirl the brush and kind of go in with it as a highlight. Like I said, we have had palettes in the past, like the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm, that have been a all over face palette and have mostly just been highlights. But I did do those, and I did like that in a deeper shade. So I almost wish, for me, these lighter shades, and here's my advice to you guys. If you want a kind of swirl around and highlight, this is super, super pretty and super affordable as far as high-end makeup goes. If you want to do the look I was trying to go for, which I don't mind this, but really, if you want to go for an all-over face look, then you are better off, even if you are fair to light medium, you are better off going with one of the darker shades of the palette. That would give you some more definition and such on the eyes, and is likely a mistake I made, though this is a very, very nice highlight palette and nothing to complain about, of course. If you have a deeper skin tone, then the deepest and darkest, I would go as dark as you possibly can for your skin tone. And if you are the deepest, darkest shade of skin tone, go with the deepest, darkest, but you might end up just with a highlight palette. I would love to know from those of you with different skin tones below how this wore on you. But it is slightly a different face palette than what I had expected when I ordered it. I should have realized it, and it's actually very pretty, but mostly in the shade I got as a highlighter. I would love to see it in the deeper, darker. Wish I had actually ordered it in that now, but who was to know? Let me know your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, I would love for you to subscribe. I will be leaving my glowy look on for the rest of the day. We'll see what people think of it. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.